Genuinely, I do have questions. Because you have a master's degree in law, but you are also a reverend sister. Do you think that there's a drug problem? Do you think that there's a drug challenge?
Okay, so many persons do not know that we have very close relationships with these persons.
Really?
Oh, yes. So I discovered I had an adverse childhood experience. You get to a stage like with Erickson's theory of development.
Hey,
you get
see, the people where they listen, they don't know Erickson. The Erickson where I know now phone.
So
now, God is the ultimate giver of every good thing. Every good and perfect gift comes from God. We were talking about how you have compassion and real passion for children. We have children who are now currently using drugs.
So at this time, we need a safeguarding system.
Safeguarding system.
Yes.
You're welcome to the Ife Bamidele podcast, and it's the drug-free episodes.
Thank you.
Today I have with me, I've had guests and I'm still going to be having guests, but interestingly, I'm going one way different. And today I have with me Reverend Sister Laura Boiye. Did I get it correctly? How do you arrange it?
Okay, so it's Laura Boiye, SHCJ.
At SHCJ. Okay, what's that part?
Society of the Holy Child Jesus.
Society of the Holy Child Jesus. Thank you very much for agreeing to come on this. And I want to thank every member of the society as well for being part of changing the world, making life a better place for people. Genuinely, I do have questions. I have questions for people in the faith circle. I have questions for people who are also real people who have been able to see all the sides of it. You are a legal practitioner. You have a master's degree in law, but you are also a reverend sister.
Right.
So you have been to university, you've been to law school, you've seen normal life, daily life, and then you have seen convent and what is expected of us as humans. Genuinely, do you think that there's a drug problem? Do you think that there's a drug challenge?
That's very obvious.
How? You are in the convent. You are supposed to be covered from the rest of us. You don't go to the places we go to. You don't see the people that we see. So what's your closest range? For those of us who go out and who are on the streets, we probably have access, but how?
Okay, so many persons do not know that we have very close relationships with these persons.
Really?
Oh, yes.
How?
Very much. So the church, and particularly the convent, one of our very many apostolates and ministry is counseling.
I see.
And we journey with these persons.
Okay.
That are into substance abuse. And then
so people come to talk to you and then they come to discuss and say
therapy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I see. Genuinely, is it the parents that come to you or the people themselves?
Yeah, so it depends. Sometimes with the situation on ground, parents bring their children. Yeah. Parents come first and find a way to get through to the children.
Oh, okay. So the parents come to say, oh, father, sister, bishop, please help me. Oh, my child, he don't want to kill me. Oh, I get a problem. But genuinely, based on the people that you have heard, the people that you have seen, is there an experience that has resonated with you? Is there one, either a personal story? Like I said, you've had university experience, you've had law school, you've done masters, and you've had daily living, family, friends, colleagues. Is there something that resonates? Where did you first connect, or at what point could you say, I can feel this? That pinpoint. There's a point where somebody just says, I know this, I feel it. It's no longer just what they hear or what they say, it's now what they can feel. What was the feeling point for you?
Okay, so I would say the feeling point for me, which I didn't realize a very long time, was the fact that I discovered that there was something called adverse childhood experience.
Adverse childhood experience.
Yes.
I've been don't they read book. No be today. Be like say I go carry notepad or book to learn something. So tell me about it, genuinely.
Okay, so I discovered I had an adverse childhood experience.
Yes. Okay, tell me, Abi, because initially I thought it was about something or somebody somewhere far. But now when you have spoken about it, so tell me about it, genuinely.
Yeah, so at a point in life, I had a relation who was into drugs.
I see.
Yes. And it was overwhelming because I saw what was happening, but I really didn't understand.
So, and you were a child?
Yes.
Wow.
So it was only as an adult I realized
this is what had happened.
Something.
Oh, yeah.
There was something going on
at that time.
that I didn't realize.
And how did that affect you, or how do you think it affects young people or children generally?
Yeah, so at the stage I was a teen, and generally in development, personal development, you get to a stage like with Erickson's theory of development.
You get the people where they listen, they don't know Erickson. The Erickson where I know na phone. Now on GSM that time when Erickson did, Sony Erickson.
Okay, no, so Erickson is a psychologist.
Okay, so thank you.
You get to a stage like his fifth and sixth theory.
Yeah.
You get to a stage where a teen gets to a stage where there is the struggle or the battle between identity and role confusion. So what do I mean? Like the child is trying to, or the teenager is trying to
become a person.
Adventure.
You want to try out, you want to develop yourself, you want to know who you really are, and then you are looking at models around you, you are looking at people around you.
Exactly.
And so how did that come by for you?
So, well, not for me, because...
or generally for young people?
Yeah, for young people, like for instance, you see that someone takes something.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, I want to, how does it feel?
Do you think that those experiences are sufficient justification for people who use substances? So if I had a cousin or an uncle or a mom who used drugs, if I use, am I justified?
It starts from somewhere. It doesn't just drug abuse doesn't just pop up like that. It begins with misuse of these drugs. Now, when you hear drug abuse, sometimes I might feel, it's just nicotine.
Narcotics. Yes. So you're talking about prescription medication as well.
Yes, even medications. So when you misuse them over time and habitual use of these things.
So is this something that's transferable? Like, I mean, is it justified when people copy? If I say my mom uses, my uncle uses, so if I use, I've not done badly.
Well, I can say at the stage where you are. So with Erickson's theory, where you are at a stage of identity and confusion or isolation, I haven't done badly because at that time you needed. So I'll give an example. I used to have migraines as a child. As at 10, when I was 10, I struggled with migraines. And my mom...
I hope that you're fine now.
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh,
I struggled with migraines throughout
the Lord.
secondary school.
Oh, so sorry about that.
It was migraines. At that time, I was even put on drip. But my mom is a nurse, and she had recommended or prescribed Cafigot. Now, Cafigot
is a medication.
It's a medication.
Yeah.
Right. So, but over time, you discover that this is not what you want to continue to use. Yes. Okay. So it does
because
depend.
You can be addicted to the medication.
To it, yes.
I see.
So that's so if a teen or a teenager begins to, my mom takes this, and then so I want to take it at this time because I need it. So at that point,
so from your experience, what do you think is the problem?
I would think what the problem is
as a society. I mean, because people speak as if the people who are using substances are outside of their known circle. So it's the same guys that were in church together. It's the same guys that were in mosque together. It's the same guys that were lifting holy hands together. They are the same people who are in rehabilitation centers. So where is the problem?
I think...
Or what is the problem? Because we're shying away from the reality that it is us.
Okay. So you said something, we lift hands together, we're in church together, but this is a personal journey. So, and I
so all man for himself.
Yes, and I
sister says you're on your own. I mean, I thought that the Lord, the sister, the convent, the chapel is for all of us.
We all have roles to play.
Okay,
right?
Tell us about.
So now, the role we have to play as parents, as religious leaders.
Yeah. I mean, I am looking forward to having conversations with parents, religious leaders, and all that. So please carry on.
Yeah, so I think the first step, we already know there's a problem.
Okay.
But the first step to healing, I call it healing because it's a process, is counseling. Now, there is something about counseling that people do not see it to be. Some persons think you only go for counseling when you have a problem.
Okay. So you're suggesting that people should go for counseling before they have a problem?
Counseling should be like a routine checkup in the hospital.
Ah, I see. That's another idea. So you're suggesting that we should schedule counseling. Say, same way you check your blood pressure, you should check in with your counselor and then just, what would I tell the counselor? I don't have any problem. I'm living life large, man. I'm enjoying my life. It is not until people have real problems that they think, oh, you need counseling. What will I go and tell my counselor if I don't have any problem?
So, but you never know. You see, you can just be moving. You're moving and you don't know you have a problem.
Wow. That one hard though. But me, I get problems, as in but I find solutions. I mean, people who know me know. I wake up one morning and say, oh, drug-free project or blood something. I mean, I already have, but genuinely, I mean, this time around on real major issues, one of the questions I've asked is on what do you think the problem is? And you have proposed one of the solutions. But do you think that counseling will suffice? Because I speak to parents, I speak to family members, I speak to colleagues, and they tell you we have spoken to this person time and again. We've tried to support them. Even some of the people have said, I want to try to stop, but I've just been unable to. So where counseling doesn't seem to work, what is your recommendation?
What I would recommend
I know that you are not a medical professional, but genuinely.
But that would be the first step, medical help.
Oh, okay.
That would be the first
step. So you are not averse to, still being a person of faith, you are not averse to people utilizing medical support?
No, not at all.
Because there's also the school of thought that talks about genes, talk about evil spirit, talk about beating people to shape, talk about chaining people. There's the spiritual dimension that thinks about, oh, this drug thing that this person is talking about, the devil, they enter them. People have different approaches to it, whilst even science suggests that the support of spiritual support will help in your journey. I'm concerned about those who don't accept a balance. So where do you stand?
What we must all realize as human beings is that God is the ultimate giver of every good thing. So if God is the ultimate giver of every good thing. Every good and perfect gift comes from God. I see you. Preach it. So if we have science,
yes,
God actually brought science.
So science is from God.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to get you there. Please carry on. Have you finished?
No, just
please carry on. You get where I go. I go soon reach there.
So if science is from God.
Thank you, sister.
Whoever comes to invent solutions, God is in it.
Thank you.
The moment we begin to find God in everything, then we are on the pathway to redemption.
Thank you. My next question is a follow-up. Baba, iwololewe ategbo, ofumira boys lati mafagbo baba down, shetty down. You may not know what that means because you don't speak Yoruba, Southwest Nigeria. But the idea that things come from God is also one of the reasons why some people have suggested that some of the things that we are buzzing, they come from God. Some of the things that are done in the lab, it is God that gave them the wisdom to do the mixture. Sister, are you suggesting that if it is from God, then we can all carry on?
Every substance that we take into our bodies, they come from God.
Hey, sister. The people that are watching you, they will cut this part out and then they'll go and play it for their people.
These substances, God created them for the good of humans.
Including Igbo.
That's the thing. Igbo makes the hair grow longer.
But that's not what my people are using it for.
Are you aware that Igbo even
there's medicinal marijuana
for migraine?
I know. But that's not what our people are using it for.
That's the thing. God gives us free will. What are you using your will for?
Hey, you catch me. Well done. You scored that one. God gives us free will. So it's about what you are using your own free will for. So it's not the thing in itself. It's about the use. So it's abuse, abnormal use. There must have been a purpose. There must have been an essence. And then what is it that you are channeling it towards?
Yeah.
I keep that one. Nice one. How do we help children and vulnerable persons? Because, when we were having a pre-discussion just about getting into on camera on the podcast, you were talking about how you have compassion and real passion for children as somebody of faith, as somebody who is in the religious circle, and as a human, you're concerned about children and how children are now currently concerning. We have children who are now currently using drugs. There was a video that one of the professionals shared with me recently, and a child, as a way of showing that they had reached their rite of passage, either moving into a new age group or age grade, they had to take some substances to show that I'm now a teenager, or I'm now 18, or I'm now 15, or I'm now out of secondary. So how do we address this?
We are in a cyber world.
Okay.
Where every child now, almost every child, between the ages of 10 and above, even 8.
8-year-olds. Yes. We have 7-year-olds who have started puffing. Yes. I mean, God bless Shana Wale, Pastor Tony Rapu, shout out to you, sir. I first knew about children using drugs from the popular video of Shana Wale, who finally became redeemed, rehabilitated, and supported. I believe that he's doing fine wherever he is. If you know Shana Wale, thumbs up to Shana Wale and all the people who are fans of Brov.
So at this time, we need a safeguarding system.
System?
Yes.
How does that work?
So every establishment should have a safeguarding policy where this safeguarding policy protects minors, children, and vulnerable adults.
I see.
So even before these children begin to become teenagers, they already have this sense of intentionality. What do I want? Because you go to schools now, so for instance, every school should have a safeguarding policy.
We have counselor. It's not enough.
Not just so. A counselor, safeguarding policy, this will help to investigate, look into, so you are journeying with these children.
People where they beat us cane, now you talk safeguarding, you late, they beat you, do assignment, they beat you, you do assignment, finish them, they beat you, you get 0, policy, they beat you, you can't they talk safeguard. So what is safeguarding?
That policy would change that approach. Every child, in fact, at this time in our I don't know about schools, but my own congregation, my society, no child.
You have schools.
We have a policy: you don't beat any child. In our schools,
if Peking go smoke cigar for your school, you go beat them.
In the first place, they will not, because they have that policy. It's a journey.
I'm asking that your congregation should please stretch its hand of fellowship to the Drug Free Project and invite us to some of your schools. Okay. It would be nice for us to share ideas and then have conversations after we have visited and discussed with some of the students. So I know that you have schools across the country, right?
Yes.
So we'll be happy on the Drug Free Project to also participate and see. Because the way you have spoken about your students, I'm sure that some of them may be watching and they may be thinking that maybe sister does not even know. But yeah, I hope that is for real, because but we are the students and we know how these things happen.
Oh, that's our philosophy of education. You don't hit, you don't strike a child.
Wow.
You can even send you away from the school.
Wow.
Yes, you don't.
You forgot the part that said that the heart of a child is where there's evil, that it is Cain. Somewhere inside proverb that you will use to beat it out.
No, you can always caution the child, reprimand, but you don't lift any object to your hand.
What would you say to parents of persons who use drugs or who abuse drugs? Because parents genuinely sometimes are tired. It's tiring. I had a discussion with a guest recently, and the guest spoke about how one parent saw their child and they cursed the day that they conceived the child. I became teary. I mean, I had not imagined. I know that parents are in difficult situations, and I have experienced seeing parents who have even lost children. But the thought of cursing the day you conceived, that's a very deep thought.
Yeah, it is. It is. And
so what would you say to parents?
The first thing they have to take in stock in is acceptance. They have to accept that this is the situation. So once
they're hearing you, so I want you to be more.
Okay, so you have to accept that this is the situation.
Yeah.
And when you accept, seek help.
Okay.
And when help comes, accept with open hands. Sometimes the help that may come might be really difficult. Journeying with these children and this vulnerable adults, but be ready to accept the help when it comes.
Parents are tired. You say what should they accept? A person has taken this child from this university to that university, this secondary school to that secondary school, this rehabilitation to that rehabilitation center. What are you saying? Because many parents will be asking you and saying, I mean, if you were in my shoes, if you had a child like mine, what are you saying?
At this point where the child is, it's not a time to be tired. It's a time to show the child. I'm saying a child now because it could be a teenager.
Some are even way above teenage years.
Exactly, but it's a time to show that person love and care.
It's hard though.
It is. It's just like a child that has it's just like a parent that has a child with Down syndrome.
So you must see it from a medical perspective and say, this my child has a medical condition,
exactly,
and I want to support them through that condition.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty expensive condition. I mean, I spoke to professionals, and in some of the rehabilitation centers on a monthly basis, we pay between 500,000 and 1 million naira monthly. Imagine that you have a child who has gone through 3 times in rehabilitation for 3 months to 6 months. That investment may be all the parents have raised in their entire life. Some parents are in debt because their children have gone through this challenge.
It makes it easier for the parents if they are also able to suck up a little blame, take a little of the blame.
Wow.
But if you leave it and say, it's just you're just a burden to my soul.
Wow. That's a hard one. I've not thought about that part. So you're saying that parents too should look inward and take some responsibility. I'm not sure whether parents are going to be happy to hear that. And that's also because, I mean, I'm a parent and I've also seen young people and I've seen their parents. I mean, I've spoken to 15, 16, 17-year-olds and I've seen some of their parents and I can see stark differences between the parent and the child.
There's never a stark difference. A child fell from a tree, just like a fruit from a tree.
There are definitely children that cannot justify their actions are not from their parents. I can say that clearly.
So what I'm trying to say is
I stand with the parents on this one. I mean, I cannot absolve them of the blame. I cannot say that you are not responsible. If you're a parent and you are listening to me, genuinely, like sister has said, take your part of the blame. But what I'm also trying to do is make sure that you are not taking 100%. The person who is involved, the young adult, the teenager, must also take some responsibility. Definitely, parents should not shy away from responsibility. But I have taught in universities. I have seen parents and their efforts, and I've seen some of the challenges that their words put them through. Some of it is painful.
Yeah, true.
Genuinely. So parents need to be involved. They need to take responsibility, but maybe the young people also need to know early enough that you are responsible for your own life. I remember speaking in counseling to one of the young people, and he asked me an important question. Did I ask to be born? In trying to push it back to his parents to say, this is my entire life that I'm living. I didn't want to be here. So this is their problem. They created the problem. Let them solve it.
It's sad, but I'm sure we keep striving and we'll get there.
If the church is also a stakeholder and you have put some blame on the front desk of the parents, is the church also going to take responsibility for some of this? I mean, I know that you don't speak for the church, you speak for yourself, but as somebody who has seen both from inside and outside, do you think that the church should also be more active in this project?
Exactly. So the church has started already.
Oh, how?
Yes, so we have this safeguarding policy, and this is where we journey with the children. Yes. But are these not the same children that NDLA is catching? Because I keep wondering, everybody on Sunday, we're all in church. On Friday, we're all in mosque. The people that are doing the traditional thing too, they are putting their people together. And still, on a daily basis, the NDLA is releasing lists of people who they have caught, the quantity of marijuana they have seized, the number of people who are farming different type of things, the people who have cocaine, who have codeine, who have retinol, who have tramadol, and different types of drugs. Yeah. Are they not the church people? Well, the Catholic Church.
You have removed yourself.
No, the Catholic Church. No,
I'm saying that the Catholic Church is not part of us, or is not part of the group. Shout out to my grandfather who started the Catholic Church in Ogbomoso.
Oh no,
Rev Bamidele, my great grandfather, the first Catholic in our town.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I can speak.
So I'm only saying that you can't remove one group.
I can speak for the Catholic Church.
Okay, please do.
I can speak for the Catholic Church because I know that in every diocese we have a safeguarding system.
Okay. And
this safeguarding system protects children and vulnerable adults from every form of abuse.
Okay. Is that not like more about like child abuse, people that are being beaten, domestic violence?
So drug abuse.
That's also included?
Yes, every form of abuse.
Is the church considering rehabilitation and recovery?
Yes, we have it. And this part of the safeguarding policy.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So I really wish and hope that other denominations will be able have to do this system, safeguarding system.
Is it something that we have been able to empirically check out? Like, what's the effect of this on the numbers? Like, how many people have gone through? Because, I mean, I will definitely investigate this. It will be nice to also speak to people who are directly involved in the process across dioceses or across the country. In fact, I would like to have bishops of dioceses or maybe archbishops, and who knows, maybe the Pope to talk about this one of these days. But genuinely, it will be nice to see the metrics and see the numbers, because one of the problems that people have currently is to know whether or not rehabilitation works. To know whether these processes that we're talking about, whether they actually work. Because if they don't work, it just looks like we're wasting time and effort. But have you had any story that has pained you, genuinely, something drug related that you have either been close to, have heard of, or in your experience? I mean, without mentioning the details or the names, what is the most painful experience that has made this very real for you or very painful for you?
Okay, so I would say that it's not very painful because I believe there is still hope. Yes. So I know of a person.
The person is still alive?
Yes.
Oh, okay. When there's life, there's hope. I mean, drug-free project, we talk about life, health, love, and hope. So the person still has hope. Even maybe they don't have health yet, but they still have life too.
There's hope. So, battling with drugs is something that's very challenging. Yeah. And even after recovery, there is the possibility of relapse.
Yeah, so you're talking about this person, yeah.
So this person has relapsed at the moment.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so.
That's one of the things that really pain me. In drug-free journeys, I follow Pastor Tony Rapu, who's one of my mentors in the drug-free journey, on the project as well. We have so much regard for him. And, I've seen people who he had promoted, and in one of the cases, he has spoken about how when those people are sharing their story, they've shared how they relapsed after a lot of cost has been invested, a lot of time, a lot of energy. Some people do relapse. Some people go back into the thing fully and never come back again. And then some people are able to be redeemed. I salute those who are trying to help and support, like myself now, because I've now become one of them. But genuinely, thank you. But genuinely, don't you think that it's discouraging when you cannot necessarily say that this thing will work? I mean, many of us buy medication for headaches, for cold, with the intention that this thing will solve our problems. If you now go through a process and it's that expensive and you cannot say that it will solve the problem, should that be a process that we should be encouraging people to go through? Life
itself is a process.
Okay.
I'm a Catholic, and a Catholic goes for confession. And like, oh, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. And after confessing your sin, you go back and you commit that same sin. It's a process. So
God will forgive you.
He's ever forgiven. I was speaking to someone yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, what happens to people like Hitler? And then
Because I was going to ask that. What happens to people that have sold drugs to people, communities? Children have used the drugs. Women have used the drugs. People have died, and then they say, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned," and they are forgiven.
They are forgiven.
Wow. So my problem with that is this. I believe that God is a forgiving God. But my genuine worry is that it means that the problem is your problem. Because if you use and die, the person who sold to you may now go and become a brother in the Lord or a sister in the Lord, and your own life is ruined. And I think that there was somebody who shared some story like that with me. I think it was Brother Buchi, Brother Buchi who sings. He sang, Mama, 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 Jesus, and he spoke about how somebody who introduced him to drugs, or who they usually had like a good, maybe buyer-seller rapport at some point in time, where he went to a church and that person was one of the church leaders. And I can imagine if you have now lost your own life, the person who introduced this into you may change their mind. God is willing to forgive the person. And then you might have lost a chance. You might have lost a arm and a limb. You might have died. You might have lost some relationships, your education, or your job. And that person is able to find redemption. Is that fair?
Yeah, only God knows what is fair.
I say now only God knows what is fair. In closing, what do you think will be to young people who are in a place of decision making? They're trying to think about, so what do I do? I mean, young people are more pressured now than ever. It's the norm. It's the popular thing to do. So how do you think a young person will be able to not use drugs in a generation where that's the norm?
I would say young people should begin to get used to talking therapy. So
I have a project like that that's coming soon. Talking therapy.
Talking therapy.
Yeah.
Learn to talk. Just talk. Speak up.
But we're on our phones, we're chatting with people, we're on TikTok, we're on Snap, we're on IG.
Don't stop. Just keep talking. When you
talking about what?
About your struggles. So just keep. See, even when you are soaked up in it, the moment you stop talking, you stop healing.
Wow. The moment you stop talking, you stop healing.
And even what have healed, whatever must have healed, will reopen.
Wow. That's a tough one. I mean, genuinely, people are challenged, and every day we're looking for solutions. I've had your experience, and I mean, you've spoken about this person who has relapsed. Do you think that we should sell them hope, or we should accept that some people are beyond redemption?
And there is no one beyond redemption.
Hey, some people will not believe you. Believe me, some people will not believe you. A woman called me and she told me about her husband. They called her from the hospital. They told her that her husband is in the facility. And she told them, they asked her, I say, your husband wants to talk. She said, I don't have a husband. There are people who have given up. Like those people that you see on the streets, they have family members. They just left them. They agreed that Sokpe Otilo. Have you heard that phrase before? Sokpe Otilo. Like some.
I came to the West and then I heard it.
You heard Sokpe Otilo. Genuinely, some people have given up. Like they've allowed them, because if they tell you about their effort on some of their children, on some of their friends, on some of their family members. I mean, I don't know whether you have experienced it, but I have friends, colleagues, people who I relate with, and then I just be like, on this matter, I beg, I leave you and God. Don't you think that people should get to a point where we allow people to just go for our own sake?
Yeah, so the fact that you've still left them with God, and there is still hope.
We can leave them, but we leave them with God. Oh, that's all right. God is there for them.
Yes.
But we may not be there for them.
And whoever God is not there physically, but there will be that God with them.
So somebody will still show up for them.
Yes, somebody will still show up. Somebody will still be that God for them.
Okay. So young people should do what? How did you say that they should?
They should never stop talking. Learn
communicate,
the
express yourself, talk therapy, say what is on your mind. And how will that help you not to use substances?
So the more
because people who are using substances, and them they talk past, you go use bars, talk, you go don't talk, you don't talk about the thing that you are doing.
So the more you talk and someone listens, to get that part of you. So the idea is talking for someone to understand that part of you.
But people don't talk because they are judged. I mean, if I told you everything that I've done, do you think that you'll be sitting down with me here? If I told you, do you know me? Do you know the people that some people are listening here and they'll just be looking at you and saying that if you do confession today, if I can't kneel beside you, you go run, come out inside confession.
But
These young people that you are looking at, they're bad past you. As in, the things that people have done and seen. Here, talk no go do amo.
Yeah. And apart from talking, also have self-talk. So it's not just about talking to people. Talk to yourself. It's all about talking.
Is that not like the place where you say that you don't decrease, as in say that this man not follow himself talk, or you don't
you know sometimes it's good to soliloquize.
Tell me.
It's healthy.
Okay.
So sometimes there used to be this saying that, if you soliloquize, you're talking, you're walking, talking to yourself.
That you don't decrease.
That's not true. That's not true.
So you should sometimes
talk to yourself.
What should you tell yourself? For those of us who are learning how to talk to ourselves. I mean, I talk to myself, but I beat myself up so many times, saying things that I should be doing better.
Yeah, so you're telling yourself, Laura, snap out of it.
That's you.
Yes, that's me.
So you tell yourself that.
Yeah, snap out. So sometimes I just want to be, I'm overthinking. I'm like,
don't do that. Pick yourself up. Don't do that.
Yeah, just
come on.
Yab yourself.
That one that people say, ChatGPT roast me. You should roast yourself. Don't wait for ChatGPT to roast you or Claude AI to roast you. Roast yourself. Put yourself on fire then roast yourself. Makes sense. Thank you so much. It's been nice having the sharing experience. And genuinely, I mean, it's been fun talking about things in such a very open way because you've had experience, gone to school, conventional institutions, done degrees, and then had experience of those of us who are in the outside world and those of you who are fully and totally committed to the cause and to God. Genuinely, we'll be happy to have more people who are priests and religious, who are also in the advocacy and who are non-judgmental. Thank you so, so much. And we wish the new Pope a very long life, good health.
Amen.
And all the priests and religious as well. Please join us on the campaign to say no to drugs and to say yes to life, and help us, grant us access to your congregations, to your educational institutions, so that the young people who are also passing through these institutions will be able to share their experiences and learn some assertiveness skills. Till some other time when we jam and talk. Thank you, Reverend Sister Laura.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank
you. My hope is that the person that you have spoken about today, who is still battling with this, will be able to find help through God, through science, and through love. What we promote, or what I promote, and which we have now adopted as the Drug Free Project, is love. Life first. Life, health. If you are alive, you have a chance. Life, health, love, and hope. And so we hope that the church will show us love and will continue to preach the hope that is necessary. Have a beautiful day, and I love you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Very much.